What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I've got a bunch of stuff to unbox. I've got sneakers, I've got clothes, and as you can tell I'm doing it a little bit different than usual. One, because I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to set up the other setup, and two, because I can't ever seem to get that focus right. We're going to do it this way today and hopefully it works out, and hopefully I can eventually get that table setup working again because I like that setup better. But here are the packages that I'm going to unbox today. I've got two pairs of early sneakers, both of which are pretty hyped up and I'm pretty excited about. And then I also got these two pieces of clothing, which I actually pulled out of the bag that they came in because I had no idea what they were. And to be honest, I still don't know what they are. There's a tag that says Club Paradise, and I don't remember giving anyone who works at Club Paradise my information. So I don't know how they got to me, but I'm still excited to check them out. So we'll get into that first. Hopefully you guys are all staying safe during this situation that we're in. I've been filming like 3 or 4 videos today just to knock them all out so I can spend the week cleaning, or why am I lying? I'm gonna play PlayStation all weekend. But jumping into the clothing first, we've got these two things from Club Paradise. I have no idea what Club Paradise is, but we're about to find out. Let's pull this out. Nice. This is really sick. This is sort of a thick jacket type thing with a half zip. It's black, it says Club Paradise on the front. Club Paradise embroidered on the back. I actually really dig this. I would throw it on, but I'm wearing one of Teddy's hoodies and I'm kind of lazy. So let's put that off to the side. Let's see the next thing. It looks like a pair of pants. Club Paradise pants. Wow, the quality of this is actually really nice. It's sort of like a drawstring cargo pant. And I really love the way this looks. Thank you so much, Club Paradise, or whoever sent it over. I appreciate that. That's sick. Here, let me see if I can find anything on Club Paradise. Okay, so there's a movie called Club Paradise. Let's see if I can find the clothing brand. I honestly couldn't find anything about Club Paradise. If you guys know anything about them, drop a comment in the comment section down below. To be honest, the quality looks really nice, and even though I don't know who it's from, I appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. Okay, moving on to the next thing. So I ripped off the labels of both of the shoe boxes. I know what they are, but I don't know which one is which. So let's just start with the one on top. And I don't know where Scary Knife is. So, I mean, this whole thing is falling apart. This is ridiculous. I just have scissors today. This is pretty pathetic, to be honest with you. Cut the top. I'm trying to cut the box. I will say that scissors actually cut quicker than Scary Knife does, because Scary Knife has gotten very blunt since using it. So I don't know if you guys can guess what that is, but it's a pair of early sneakers, so you have some idea. Okay, now do you guys have any idea what it is? So I bought these from Goat, and it looks like they actually shipped from Flight Club. So let me open this guy up and see how they look in person. You've got the Goat sticker, and I'm assuming probably also a Goat tag that says like everything's good. Let me open this up. Okay. Well, look at this. Pretty clean looking pair of Yeezys. So as you could probably tell by this point, these are the Yeezy Boost 350 V2s in the upcoming Cinder colorway. They should release on, I believe, March 21st, which is this Saturday. If everything goes according to plan, we'll have to wait and see. It's possible it could get pushed back. We have really no idea at this point, but it's a nice looking pair of shoes. So online, I really thought the upper of this shoe would be black, but now seeing it in person, I'm realizing that it's more of like a dark gray or like a burnt Cinder colorway. It's very dark gray. It almost looks like it has some brownish tones in it. The midsole is pretty much opaque. You can't see through it. And it also comes in a dark gray. And then on the bottom of the shoe, you've got the same sort of Yeezy earth color outsole with the bright yellow heel. I guess it's like a heel accent. This is a pretty subtle pair of Yeezys, and I really dig them. They're actually really clean. Now obviously on the lateral side of the shoe you don't have the 3M like you had on the Marshes and on the Desert Sages. Instead you've got the sort of semi-translucent plastic mesh, which you can't really see through, so it's not really translucent at all. It's just kind of a black plastic mesh, which really makes it sort of fade away into the sneaker. It's a much more subtle detail than it is on some of the more recent pairs. It really is just a very dark gray. I'm gonna be honest, it's not exactly what I expected. It makes sense because of the name, like that's exactly what comes to mind when I look at the shoe. In fact, when I look at it, it looks like it should smell like fire. It really does, like after a campfire, but you know, it's nice. It's clean, it's simple. To be honest, now that I've seen this pair in hand, I still think I prefer the all black colorway to this. Now, I thought that I would prefer this because it's got a gum outsole, and I just really love gum outsoles. I mean, it's not really a gum outsole. It's just kind of a dark brown outsole because it's not transparent. It's not as nice. I don't know what it is. It's not bad. It's just I don't like the color as much as the all black pair. Now, if they had made this colorway where the entire rubber midsole was brown, I would have been on board with that. If they had made the upper black and the midsole brown, that would have been sick. I would have loved that. In fact, I think I did a concept like that oh man, a couple months ago on like a Twitch stream or something, but I feel like it's a missed opportunity. I still think it's a good looking pair of sneakers, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it could have been more interesting. Make sure to stay tuned because I'm definitely going to be reviewing these in the very near future, probably tomorrow or even maybe later tonight, we'll see. I don't know, it's kind of just your standard 350 V2 in a very sort of dark gray colorway with the brown outsole. Please still watch the review. I like it though. Was it worth the price that I paid? Probably not. Definitely not worth Flight Club price, but it is what it is. It's for the video, so sweet. Make sure to stay tuned for that review. Okay, and then finally, I've got the last package, which I believe is from Fineline1721. Huge shout out to him for helping me out with this pair. I'm really excited about this pair. I haven't seen it yet, and it's a shoe that I've been really, really looking forward to. So this was a pair of sneakers that I was trying to buy off GOAT, but they didn't have instant ship. And there was only one person who actually had this pair other than GOAT and StockX, and that was Fineline1721. So I hit him up. He was super nice about the whole thing and shipped it like next day. So huge, huge shout out to him. Really, really like the guy. He does good work. If you guys want to check him out, check out his website, Fineline1721.com, his Instagram. I'm sure you guys already all know about him. He works with Tony, Bull, everyone like that. As you guys can tell, this is a pair of Air Jordan 1s. The box is pretty standard. It's not really anything special. I like that they went back to the black and red box instead of having that red and black box. I feel like that was too, it was just getting old, to be honest with you. So let's pop this open and see how they look. Look at these. These laces are crazy. So as you guys can tell, these are the Air Jordan 1 Court Purple 2.0s or Court Purple 2020s. I guess, I don't know what to call them yet, but they're nice. They're real nice. And they got that Jordan 1 smell to them. That sort of glue, synthetic rubber smell. These laces are nuts though. Look at these. They're kind of like tie-dye purple laces. I wonder why they did that. That's interesting. I think I'm gonna stick with the black laces. I don't love these. They're not bad though. I like that they're trying something different. That's kind of cool. The color is nice though. This purple, super, super clean. Wow. Is it the same kind of purple as the other Court Purples? It's similar. It's a little bit more blue than the other Court Purples. Like ever so slightly more bluish purple than the other Court Purples. As you guys know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys saw this coming, but I'm a Ravens fan. And, you know, we love purple. And unfortunately, the other Court Purples, every time I wore them to a Ravens game or even a bar, the Ravens would lose. And I just didn't want to admit that it was the shoes. And then one day I was at a bar watching a game and we started losing. So I took the shoes off, and the second that I took the shoes off, we started coming back. It was nuts. So the Court Purple 1.0s are officially cursed, and hopefully these ones, the 2.0s or the 2020s, will not be. Do I want to take the risk and wear these at all during a game? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I guess I'll throw these on for game one. It could also be that these are like a Lakers shoe and I shouldn't be wearing these to a Ravens thing, but they're purple. I'm not superstitious, I swear. Oh man. Okay, well these shoes are dope. I really like these a lot. The outsole is really nice. It's the same shade of purple as the rest of the leather upper. Interestingly enough, the black area around the top of the ankle has some tumble texture to it. I don't know why they decided to do that on this pair. Don't mind it, but it's kind of weird. The leather, I mean, it's synthetic leather, so it's kind of plasticky. All Jordan brand leather is usually synthetic leather. It doesn't mean it's terrible material, it just means that it's not real leather. And this is definitely synthetic. It has a very plasticky feel to it. It's not anything different than what you probably would expect. I don't dislike it, I just don't love it. Honestly though, I'm sold on this color. This color is so sick. I really love this. Even if I don't wear this to Ravens games, I'm gonna wear this just, I mean, all the time. Let me pull out the cardboard inside the shoes, cut off this lace tag here. I might have to lace these up right now, actually. I'm really stoked on these. Make sure to stay tuned for the review. A review will be coming very, very soon in the next couple days. I think the Yeezy review will come first, and then this review. But to be honest, this is the pair I'm more excited about. To be real. I think this pair drops on April 4th, if everything goes according to plan. I know that the Fire Red 5s that I just reviewed got pushed back to April 25th. So hopefully these stay on April 4th so that everyone who wants them can get them sooner than later. I don't want to take to lace up Jordan 1s because they're so high. At least the high top versions. Something I just found out at the factory that I was at is that the reason that Jordan brand didn't originally tie the laces on the Jordan 1s is because it was really expensive. It was like an extra couple seconds of labor on every pair of shoes to lace up the Jordan 1s. So that's why the original pairs didn't actually get fully laced up. And it's funny that Jordan brand is marketing them doing this now as them going back to the original, going back to the retro lacing, when in actuality they're doing it to save money. And to be honest, smartest thing ever. That's so smart that they marketed it as not being lazy and not trying to save money, but trying to be true to the OG. Great marketing. That's the one thing Nike's got a lot going for them, but that's one of the main reasons Nike is where it is because they've got some of the best marketing in the world. And if they can make you think that not lacing up a shoe is better, genius. Honestly, they had me. They really did. But here's the Jordan 1 fully laced up. Looking really clean. But that pretty much wraps up the unboxing for today. Now, I would love to know your thoughts on these sneakers and which one of these shoes you would prefer if you had to only pick one. So let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Also, make sure to stay tuned for these reviews because, like I said, they're coming very, very soon. And of course, I'll see you all in the next one.